Hello YouTube. I just washed my face. It is 7 p.m. and I am getting ready to go to bed for the evening. Why, you might say? Well, your girl's gonna lock it down early. I've been at work since 5, getting up tomorrow morning early. I did not get up and work out this morning. So, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hey everyone, welcome to my very real life 3:30 a.m. morning routine. So I did not go to bed right away at 7. I ended up watching about a half of episode of Dollar, and which is an older show, by the way. And then about 7:45, I finally was relaxed enough to go to sleep. But I set my alarm for 3:35 a.m. and start my day. And the number one question I get is, what time do I go to bed? By 8:30 at the latest. And unfortunately, because I get up so early, the weekends are the same. But obviously the first thing I do every morning is get dressed, but I try to work out every single morning. As you heard me say the night before, I went into work at 5 a.m., so I didn't get up to work out because it's just kind of cutting it a little close for me because I don't want to be I don't know, I just don't want to do a 20-minute workout and go to work. I want to do my whole morning routine. So I didn't work out yesterday, and that's okay. I don't do it every day, but I would say 6 out of 7 days a week. I'm up early and I'm going for it. So obviously the first thing I do is brush my teeth and get ready, pull my hair back, get dressed for a workout, and then I head downstairs. One big thing that I do every single night is I make sure I have workout clothes ready to go. I was pulling them out on Sundays for 6 days ahead for the week and then putting them in my bathroom. I haven't done that in a while and I need to get back to that. So here we are just 5 minutes later. We're downstairs. My husband's already up. He gets up before I do. He goes into work really early. And I decided this morning I was going to have a pre-workout. Now, to be truthful, I only drank 2 sips of it. I felt like I needed it this morning, but once I got moving, got some more water in my body, I didn't need it after all. But it's okay. Sometimes you need caffeine and sometimes you don't. This is actually just an old pre-workout too, which is probably expired. Expiration dates are, per by choice. Best by dates, I guess. But it is from 2 years ago when it came with my Beachbody, which is now something else. It came with my subscription and I never used it. But I do make sure to have 40 ounces of water between waking up and getting done with my cardio. I don't always start drinking water right away in the morning when I get up because sometimes it makes me really nauseous. And I'm just being real with you. So then I go ahead and our alarm, go out to the garage. We have a whole garage gym, which actually makes it so easy. But even before we had this, we had a little bit of workout equipment at home, and I still worked out right away in the morning. But I used to get up at 4 a.m., and now I'm getting up earlier, so I'm scared to think in the future years if I'll be getting up any earlier. Hopefully not, but that's the thing with routines. Once you get a routine, it's just easy to stick to. So then I get on my shoes and I sip a little bit of pre-workout. And honestly, this is all I had. I had 2 or 3 sips and then I decided I didn't need any more. And then I started my cardio. As far as cardio goes for this day, I did intervals. I did 5-minute runs followed by 2-minute walks. And I did that 8 times. And as you see, I start at 3:53 a.m. I try to always get on the treadmill by 4:15 at the latest. Some mornings, just depending. This morning it didn't happen because I was filming and I was really worried that I would get sidetracked on time. But sometimes I'll sit with my husband for 10-15 minutes. He might be watching TV downstairs, or I'll sit and talk to him upstairs and have a little morning time with him. Rounding up my cardio, I like to get at least an hour in the morning. I know on some days when I'm going into work at 5, I could still get up at the same time and get a 20-minute walk in, but I just don't. So here we are at 4:55, rounding it up. And of course, I had to take a thumbnail photo and I left that edit in. This treadmill is actually from my bosses. They didn't want it anymore and they knew that I just love to run from home. So they gifted it to me a year ago. It was so sweet of them because my other treadmill I gifted then to my neighbor. So it's kind of nice. What comes around goes around, right? Not every single morning looks the exact same. Some mornings after my workout, I will make myself a breakfast, just depending on how I'm feeling. Sometimes a smoothie, sometimes coffee. It really just depends. And like I said, I do try to get at least 40 ounces of water in between the time I wake up and the time I'm done with my cardio. And it's a lot easier to get water in when I am doing intervals. On the walking intervals, I make sure to drink lots of water. If I'm running, I have a hard time drinking any liquid. It just kind of doesn't make my stomach feel very good. But intervals, I'm solid. So here I am just rinsing out my pre-workout that I didn't use and filling up my water cup. Now we're getting into the part of my morning that I feel like gets kind of hectic, if I'm being honest. This is when I start getting ready for work, and I get so sidetracked sometimes, where this video actually kept me on track because sometimes I'll like start looking for a podcast to listen to, or I'll start looking for a different shirt, or I just get really sidetracked really quick. So this actually kept me very much on task, but I sometimes will pick out my clothes the night before. Oftentimes I don't. I kind of wear the same like 5 outfits. I really need to go through my closet and declutter, but that's neither here nor there today. I do shower every single morning. I don't always wash my hair. Typically, I wash my hair right now on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I know that's really weird, but I was just washing it on Saturdays once a week, so I thought I'd just mention that. But my shower time is my absolute favorite thing in the world. Like in the morning, out of my entire morning routine, it just feels so good because it's so hot here all the time. And I'm just showing you a couple of the products I'm using. This salt scrub, my favorite thing on planet Earth. And then I have been using the peppermint tea tree shampoo and conditioner from Trader Joe's. Love it. But the showers, especially in the summertime, after a workout, they're so euphoric. I don't know. It's my favorite thing. So it's kind of like my reward to myself. And when I do a full shower, hair wash, and everything, it just feels so good. It's like the best way to start your day. And of course, my OCD self was so mad at this conditioner because now I gotta scrub my shower door. No, just kidding. I'll just squeegee it off really quick when I'm done and then wash it on the weekend. But yes, I do shower every single time after my workout. And if I work out in the evenings, I rinse off again. And then another thing I do most mornings, I would say 3 mornings a week, is I start laundry. If I start it and I know I'm not going to be home in time, I will text my husband and just say, hey, can you flip it when you get home? Laundry is like my favorite. I don't know. There's probably something wrong with me because every time I mention it's my favorite thing, so many people are like, oh my God, I hate laundry. I don't know. It's an easy task. And also, it's one of those tasks that's so rewarding. It's like dishes to me, where like you can see the task being done. Like, vacuuming is not rewarding to me. Dusting is not rewarding. Like a good tidy up from a mess, rewarding. Laundry, yes. So I don't know. It's my favorite thing. So now we're at 5:26 a.m. Almost 2 hours since I got up, and I'm going to do my skincare and get ready. I know a lot of people don't wear makeup to work, but I like to. I like to fully get ready for each and every day. But I also thought I would leave you some tips if you are looking to get up early every morning. My first tip is to have a reason why you're getting up. Like, what is your purpose for getting up? Is it because you want to train for a marathon or start doing cardio or get more steps in or get more movement in or help your weight loss or, something like for myself? Those are just examples I just thought off of the top of my head. They don't have to be your reason why. But for me, if I don't have my morning time, I have no time for myself. Once I get to work, I'm around people, I get home, that's the time I have with my husband every day. I have no me time. And so I would say, really, really seriously, about 4.5 years ago, I just was like, you know what? I realized that I am pouring from an empty cup. As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. You got to give yourself something back. And I started getting up early, and I realized that when I skip that part of my day, something feels off. So for me, it's worth it to get up a little earlier, to go to bed a little earlier, to sacrifice a little sleep because I feel better. Another quick helpful tip is to find your circadian rhythm, which some people are night owls, some people are morning people, and you can shift that if you find an app that helps or an Aura ring. It will really, really help if you want to get up early, and then you just start adjusting your schedule slowly each day. Good morning. It's time to put a face to the camera because I have been just going all morning. Thank you so much for joining me for my 3:30 morning routine. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm also going to share with you a quick, easy lunch that I made yesterday that I'm just going to pull out of my refrigerator and take to work. I'm leaving here in the next 4 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this left you motivated and inspired for your own morning routine. I hope that my tips helped you out, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye-bye. I thought I would also share with you the super easy take and go lunch that I made the day before, because if you are someone who is trying to get on a morning routine, who it might be new to a morning routine, might be restarting your morning routine, whatever, comes by your morning, you may not want to make lunch that day. And this is a super easy lunch that you can throw together, and it tastes so good throughout the week. So the first thing I did is get some lentils going on the stovetop. If you've never made stovetop lentils, they are so easy. Bring 4 cups of water plus 1 cup of lentils to a boil. Once it boils, you turn it down to low and you let it cook for 25 minutes. It's like cooking rice. It's so easy. I go ahead and season it as it's cooking. It tastes so much better that way. And taco seasoned lentils are my favorite. It's like the only way I eat lentils anymore. Then I go ahead and took a pepper. You could also do a zucchini and a potato, chopped them up, put them in a pan and steam them with water. They take about 10 minutes less cooking time than the lentils, but you just keep adding a little bit of water here or there as needed. And if you add a lid, it'll steam the potatoes, so you don't have to like boil the water or anything. And they just taste so good that way. They're like kind of like a hash brown, super good. While I was cutting and chopping, I wanted to add a couple more tips for early mornings. I think a lot of times we just expect that when we decide to get up early, it's going to be so easy. But the thing is, it takes our body time to adjust. That's why I mentioned the circadian rhythm. And with an app, if you have one, or the Oura Ring, it can gradually get you up slowly. I know there's also special alarm clocks and all that stuff, but it's difficult if you're not a morning person. So having a specific reason as to why you're getting up, that will be long term or even short term, whatever you want, can be really helpful. One thing that I do with myself is I have like non-negotiables. One is that I want to get up at least 5 days a week, because let's be honest, sometimes things happen in the middle of the night. You may not feel well, you may not sleep well. So I just don't make myself get up. And again, if I'm already getting up to go to work at 5, I'm not going to get up an hour earlier, because like I want a good steady morning routine. When I first started with my morning routine, I figured out very quickly that I didn't want to be a meditator or a journaler or someone who sits down and has a cup of coffee. But if that's your thing, make sure you take the time for that. Maybe you're not going to work out in the morning. Maybe you're going to meditate or read a book or do a craft. I don't know. Whatever it is that works best for you, do that. When I first, 4.5 years ago, started my morning routine thing, I did try to have a cup of coffee after I worked out, but I realized that once I sat down, I like froze, and then I was just like, I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go shower, nothing like that. So I just eliminated that completely from my morning. So coming back to the salad here, as I just wanted to mention, I put all like the wet ingredients on the bottom. And this salad, I got a lot of questions over on Instagram. It will stay fresh for a long time if you put a paper towel in it after you chop it and then rotate the paper towel as needed. And then I could put taco sauce and guac in it and put the lid on, and then I'll use the leftovers and have them for tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed just not only this quick lunch, but the tips and the morning routine as well. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon in a new one.